Hey up everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Hope you're all well. Tonight's video is going to be part 4 of my forgotten NRL stadium series. So I've already done 3 other parts, go check those out. But tonight's ground that I'm going to be featuring is Wentworth Park. Now most of you might be thinking, Wentworth Park? What's that? Where's that? Never heard of it before. Well, Wentworth Park is a very important ground in Rugby League history. Especially in the New South Wales Rugby League competition, it's a very important ground. It hosted the opening week of the New South Wales Rugby League competition in Australia in 1908. It hosted 2 of the first games to be played, along with Beechgrove Oval. The oval itself, the ground itself, was built in the 1880s, and the park itself is located within Glebe. So on the opening week of the 1908 season, there was 2 matches played, and the first one to be played at the ground was on April the 20th, 1908, and Eastern Suburbs defeated Newtown 32 points to 16. And then Glebe, as it was their home ground, they also played, and they defeated the Newcastle Rebels 8 points to 5. Now, over the next 21 years, the ground served as the home stadium of Glebe and also of Annandale. Annandale used it as a home ground from 1910 to 1920, and Glebe used it as a home ground from 1908 to 1929. The biggest score at the ground from 1908 until the final match in 1931 was when Glebe defeated North Sydney 59 points to 3. Now you have to remember, in those days it was only 3 points for a try, so who knows what the full-time score might have been. It could have been 70, 80 points to 3, we don't know. Now this ground was actually a particularly strong place for Glebe. It was kind of like a fortress, so you think of today of your Amy Parks and your Brookvale Ovals and stuff like that. Well, back in the old days, Wentworth Park was that for Glebe. It was a fortress because they played a total of 138 matches there, and they won 90 of them. So they pretty much won 3/4 of their games there in the 21 years that they played there. Now, Glebe were a foundation club. They were a quite successful team, although they never won the premiership. They did get close on a number of occasions. They produced one of the immortals of the game, and Frank Bage. At the end of 1929, they were controversially voted out of the New South Wales Rugby League Premiership by 12 votes to 11. There's been some rumours over the last nearly 100 years that Balmain and South had something to do with it, but it's never been proven. And funnily enough, after Glebe were voted out of the competition, Balmain used it as a home ground, along with the University. Balmain played for 2 years along with Beechgrove Oval. They used Beechgrove Oval and Wentworth Park as their home grounds. So Balmain and University both played home matches there, and they did so until 1939. And Balmain and University played in the final 11 match in first grade to be played at the Oval, and that was on May the 2nd, 1931. And Balmain defeated University 29 points to 14 in front of 1,000 people. Now after that match, for some reason, I've tried to research and I couldn't find out, but after that the New South Wales Rugby League just abandoned Wentworth Park. There was no further games played there ever again, and a lot of the Rugby League matches got moved to other venues for some reason. Who knows? If anyone knows why, let me know, because I'd be intrigued to find out exactly why Wentworth Park was discontinued as a rugby league ground. Now, with the resurrection of Glebe in 2017, in 2018, Glebe hosted rugby league matches at the ground for the first time in nearly 90 years. There was matches with Glebe, Blacktown Wakers and Newtown, and I was actually at that game. Even though it was a trial match, I was there. There was quite a few people there. I'd say there was 1,000 or 2,000 people that showed up for the trial matches. And just last year, the Glebe club played another trial match at the ground against North Sydney. It was the first time in nearly 90 years that the two clubs have actually played each other in a match. As you all probably know, if you're from Sydney or from New South Wales, after Rugby League was stopped being used at the ground, it became a speedway for a bit, and then I think for maybe the last 50 or 60 years it's been a Greyhound track. So I've been to the Greyhound racing there, but it's good to see that Rugby League's being played at the ground again. There is talk that Glebe are trying to host some actual regular season Ron Massey Cup games there. It remains to be seen whether they're going to be allowed permission to do that, with the ground also being used for football and Greyhound racing, but you never know. So that's me video tonight for the Forgotten Rugby League grounds, part 4, Wentworth Park. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. If you're enjoying the content that I'm making, click that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you get an email when I do a new video. But as always everyone, I'll catch you all later and enjoy the Rugby League tomorrow. Alright, ta-ra.